Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're going well today. So it's Thursday already. This week is flying by. Okay, let's get into some charts. There's quite a few nice things to look at today. Not too much news either. Bit of dollar news towards the end of the day. So let's get stuck in. Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD's the first one. It's a bit of sideways action. Not looking great. That line really shouldn't really be there. Should I care about it being there? Rejecting this level. It is here and here. That's a reasonable level to reject. Just past the daily 50, just broken it. Looking for it to go short. This could, of course, just be stuck in the range. So we'll keep that in mind as we look at our hourly chart. See what the hourly chart gives us. Now, here we have, you can see up the top here, we've got this rejection of the daily 20, the 4-hour 50, the 1-hour 50, and even the daily 50 has now been broken as well. So it's all looking good. This latest trend is broken from day 20, basically through the whole lot. One nice long run. So what are we looking for here then? Let's look. I think the best thing really is the pip snatcher. You could also take an ACBB if that's your thing, but the ACB is not really there, isn't there at all. So pip snatcher is the safest bet, and the pivot lines up pretty well with the 1-hour 50 that's catching up. Another, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. UK open time, that could be caught up nicely. The 1-hour 50. Give a pip snatcher. Now, of course, we are trading, well, pip snatcher, we're trading into these lows here. These lows here, which is okay. If you wanted to push the hyper trade, you have to trade through them. So probably pip snatcher is the way to go there. Let's look at Aussie yen. You see there's a few Aussies. So pick the best one. Now Aussie yen. Again, we're going short. Really bearish day yesterday, trading down from this pretty strong resistance level. Strong here, here, here. Lots of resistance at this level. Rejected it. Heading towards the daily 50. Now we're almost at the daily 50, so we haven't got much room for the daily 50. But we have again a nice strong run down. This is nice because we've got a CBO setting up. We've got the 4-hour 50 sitting perfectly, pretty much. 1-hour 50 just behind it. We do have fib here. That gives the 1-hour 50 maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 hours, maybe longer to pull back to our 382, 1-hour 50 catching up, 4-hour 50 just behind it in our stop zone. Stop just behind the 618. So that looks pretty good for our little CBO. The only disadvantage, I guess, would be the profit target is limited by the daily 50. Some people might want to trade through it. I wouldn't. But that's a nice looking trade otherwise. Look out for the best Aussie one if they do set up. As I said, there's a few. Aussie Kiwi. So we had Aussie weakness and a bit of Kiwi strength yesterday. And it was a very bearish day on Aussie Kiwi. That line shouldn't really be there. We should be looking up here. And it rejects it here. And stuff over here as well. So that seems a pretty reasonable level. Again, very bearish day, so we're looking at a bit of room to the daily 50, not a hell of a lot again, but enough for a reasonable trade this time. So CBO, again, lining up. We've got some choices with the fib. So the 382 is lining up now with the 1-hour 50, but we've got a few hours before that's going to pull back. Pip snatchers here as well. Pivots here for pip snatcher, so that's also an option. So with the fib, we can take it down to here, which may be better. And we've even got the option of bringing it down to here if we wanted to, this level here perhaps. Probably the best one at this stage is here. Give that 5, 6 hours to catch up. Hit the 1-hour 50, just chugging through the daily pivot again. Yeah, pip snatchers on as well. And we put our entry here and a stop just behind here, which is also the daily pivot R1 gives us 2%. So that's a nice looking trade, possibly setting up there. So Aussie dollar. Similar looking thing. We've got a very bearish day yesterday. The dollar has strength as well. Breaking below the daily 50. So that is, it was testing it, that's in support, so broken clearly below it, and looks like it's going to keep on going down. Now we've had, this is the fib I drew on yesterday, the fib extension, based on this wave 1, 2 pullback. This is in wave 3 now, so lots of room down to our 1.272 minimum target, which lines up with these lows here. That's pretty good. So looking for a short trade today. What does the 1 hour give us? Not that much really. We've got a definite downtrend in place. We've got a trend line as well. The daily pivot kind of lines up with the trend line. May have to wick through the trend line and then trade back through it again. Well, which is quite a long way behind, which is not going to be good. And we do have a MACD divergence here as well on this latest pop lower. So all in all, I don't think that's going to be a very good trade, because by the time the 1 hour 50 catches up, it's not really going to be on. Keep an eye on it, but not looking so good. Swiss yen. So finally the yens are coming into play a little bit. Swiss yen, this level here is pretty good. I checked it out. Some lovely rejections here, here. So a pretty strong level. Nice deceleration up to this level, and then big rejection yesterday. So that looks really good on the daily. GDP is very strong down. And the 1 hour chart gives us that as well. We have breakdown below the 1 hour 50, hasn't pulled back yet. So now we have an IBO. It's probably an I, haven't quite the 4 hour 50 yet, so we call it IBO A or B, and it's probably going to be an A, yeah, marginal, but we've got on the 4 hour, we do have a, we do have a lower low and a lower high on the 4 hour. So that's IBO A, which is a little bit more reliable than their B's and the C's. Pulling back from where we are now to the 382 from the fib from here. Lines up well, 382 lines up with the daily pivot, so it's also maybe a pip snatch you can squeeze in before the 4 hour 50, maybe not. My preference would be the IBOA, and we got trade through the 4 hour 50 all the way down to the daily 20, daily 50. So we've got plenty of room here for a 3% trade. That looks really nice. Well, that's probably one of my favorites. Definitely keep an eye on that one. Euro yen, probably not too dissimilar. Again, we've got this strong level here, which has been rejected after lots of deceleration. Nice move down yesterday. Bit of room to daily 20, daily 50. So looking for that to carry on going short. Break of the 1 hour 50, we need to pull back. So if it pulls back from where it is now, the 382 lines up well with the fibs drawn from here. Got a few things to play with here. Another 5 or 6 hours, that pulls back here to the 382, the daily pivot, pip snatches on as well. And with this, you can either have a pip snatcher, which you could even use as a hyper trade, maybe not. Not enough room to the daily 50 probably for hyper trade. Maybe. Measure it up, have a look, possible. Either way, that or the IBO. And again, we'll have an IBO A because we've got a definite 4 hour trend change as well. Lower highs and lower lows. That's looking good, looking very nice one as well. So keep an eye on that one, see which one of the yens turns out, sets up best. Euro Kiwi. Euro Kiwi, so he's been rejected the last few days. Is it much going back? Let's have a look. Oh, this one here is pretty major level here, and maybe here as well. It's a pretty good level. Bit of deceleration the last few days. And yeah, looking for that to continue short towards daily 20, daily 50. And what do we have here? We have a break down below 1 hour 50. Kind of had an IBO set up yesterday, but it's pretty marginal. No real clear break of the 1 hour 50. So This is the good clear break, IBAC, because we've already reached the 4-hour 50, which is this blue line. Putting back towards the 1-hour 50, fib lines up really well with the pivot and the 382. If it pulls back in the next 2 to 4 hours, that could be a very nice looking IBAC. Trending down to the daily 20, most conservative would be S1 of your daily pivots. You can't have a pip snatcher because of the 4-hour 50 be trading through that, so the pip snatcher is not on. An IBAC, or you can take down to the daily 20 or down to the daily 50. I'd probably take it down to the daily 50 and manage to trade accordingly. That looks pretty good. I like that one. Euro dollar. Don't often like euro dollar very much, but this one here, it's like a breakdown below the daily 50. Like it's cleared it quite well now, so looking to go short a bit more. Best thing is really just the pip snatcher. The MACDs line up well. MACD looks strong. Pip snatcher is the best bet, but the 1-hour 50 is quite a long way behind, so that's going to take a good 8 hours to catch up. Keep an eye on that and UK Open and see how it's looking. Pound yen, so another yen. Yeah, this one's not so great. This is more, well, it's both pound weakness yesterday and yen strength. We've seen across a few yen pairs. Still is quite reasonable though. We've got rejections here, maybe here, maybe there. Yeah, it's okay, not great, but we had and there's no deceleration there either. So questions on that one? It needs to pull down further. We need to see this pull down strongly down to this level, then come back and we can trade short to the daily 50. So maybe there'll probably be yen setups out there. Keep an eye on that one. Pound dollar. Pound dollar, we've got this level here, the daily 50 is being rejected again. Probably going sideways for the last week or two. So not looking that exciting. Rejecting the daily 50 again. Maybe now we're going to break down lower. It's also rejecting the weekly 50 up here, I just noticed. So that could be significant. So maybe going short, well, looking to go short, but not that convinced with the daily setup. And here looks much nicer on the 1-hour chart. Breakdown from all these daily 50, daily 20 up here. Break straight through the 4-hour 50 and the 1-hour 50. Not really a decent break and retest here on the 1-hour 50, so we'll ignore that one. And this will be the real retest. It pulls back now. In the next 4 or 5 hours, we could have a very good looking CBO setting up. We need it for a few hours for the CBO to gap on the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour with the CBO, we need to have a gap before the pullback. So this one here is at 2:12, well, 3 hours yet before this one 4-hour prints. So we hope it waits a bit longer before pulling back to give it a break on the 4-hour 50. On the 4-hour chart as well as the 1-hour chart. Make a nice CBO. And if it does that, pulls back here, straight to lining up with the 1-hour 50, 4-hour 50s here as well. Lovely looking CBO setup. It pulls back at the right time. Trading down conservatively would be the S1, daily pivots. And there's also these lows here, and that's giving us what, a couple of percent or so, a bit more. Or you could even be aggressive and trade it down here and see how far you get. So that's a nice looking setup, possibly in the next few hours. Kiwi Swiss, a support level here. Is it a good support level? Oh yes, there's one right back here. On the monthly chart, we can see this level here, this wick. This is actually as well as lines. That's why I put the line there. Wanted to confirm that is a good level for that reason. And it's bouncing off that level. Heading that back to the daily 20. So we see on the hourly chart, then a deceleration there. Yeah, got some great deceleration, decelerating, a bit of a down day, then a nice up day yesterday. That's looking good. On 1 hour charts, we've got plenty of options for the fibs. This seems like a reasonable one. It has already wicked down on a really low volume hour of the day, so that doesn't really matter. Hopefully it'll come down again to the 382, the 1 hour 50, and daily pivots here as well. Don't have a pip snatcher because the 4 hour 50 is in the way, so if you ignore that. But the IBO is definitely on, IBOC, we've already reached the 4 hour 50, and we can trade it up to the daily 20, or you can push a bit higher to the daily 50 if you so desire. So that one could slap in the next 3 or 4 hours. Kiwi Swiss, yeah, Kiwi Bear, so that's could happen. Dollar Swiss, a bit crack down there, so zoom in a little bit. Dollar Swiss, we've broken above this level here, which was recent highs, broken above that in the daily 50 as well. Just planked above it, so not a convincing break yet. What do we have on the 1 hour chart? We have break above, nice little uptrend here, high highs, high lows, make these pretty much confirming that all the way. And the pip snatcher is probably the best option, but with the only issue here is the 1 hour 50 is a fair way behind. It's going to take a while to catch up. Dollar Swiss waits it up for another 8-9 hours anyway on UK Open and a bit, so gives it plenty of time for the 1 hour 50 to catch up. Keep an eye on it, see what it looks like at UK Open, and that might be an option. So there you go, it's quite a few to look at today. Quite exciting. Hopefully a few good things set up for us. I wish you all the best in the markets, and if you're not a member of Pro Trader, then just go to scottprotrader.com. Free training for you. Learn one of the swing strategies, and yeah, you can come and join us at Pro Trader. Learn these skills, change your life. All right, wish you all the best. I will catch up with you tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care.